Hi, it's Di from My Enchanted Journals. I turn just about anything into beautiful handmade journals. I live in Western Australia. Welcome to my channel. Good morning. Here is my brand new journal for sale. It'll be on Etsy later on. And I'm just going to do a quick flip through because the buyers seem to like being able to see what they're going to buy. So I made this an art journal, and it's a little bit different because on the pages that I put in that have watercolor paper, I've done prompts on them. So yeah, a little bit different, but I'll show you as I go through. So this is the cover. You see here it's got, I used it as the background when I was doing some of the art. So it's got stenciling and paint splodges and all sorts on it. I've written my art journal on there. It's got a hidden spine, so you can't see any of the stitching where I put it in. And this is a vintage doily. And there's more splotches to the back. All right, let's have a quick flip through and see what you think. So we open it up. It's a repurposed book. That needs to be put somewhere. Let's put that to one side. All right, so, yep. And what I did was I did the hidden spine again, where I sew it onto the back of a piece of fabric, or in this case a doily. And then I glue that down. And so the actual signature, or signatures in this case, are actually sewn onto the back of the doily. All right, let's go. This is my own art, so I've added that in as well. You may have seen that on Instagram. And there's a pocket there. That's my own art. This here opens out. It's all recycled. No digitals. Beautiful old doily, look at that. So the theme of this is blue, a lot of blue in here. So if you like blue, this could be for you. Old book page, and so I made it so that you could do your own little paintings. It's an old envelope. More doilies. Lots of journaling spots, and a lot of them have been gessoed because it is an art journal. Old tickets. That's from a book page, but it was what I used. It was underneath some other art that I did, so you're getting all the splotches. There's a pocket there. So actually we could pop that probably in there. There we go. So that's just a card that, yeah, you can do your own thing too. What I wanted to do was just include things that will give you a little bit of an idea of to start something, and then you can go away and do what you like. Okay, there's an old envelope attached to there, and there's more pockets. So this is the first of the watercolor pages. It's actually watercolor paper, and the prompt is repetition, repetition, repetition. You know yourself, if you show up, keep doing something, you'll get better at it. And then here's another prompt, draw your thoughts. I've put a card in here. So that's the middle of the first signature. Another prompt. They thought I was a surrealist, but I wasn't. I never painted dreams. I painted my own reality. The great Frida Kahlo. Personal response. Now this is an interesting page. Trust yourself. Your personal opinion matters. How you see something is uniquely you, and that's true. An old book page. This has been gessoed, only lightly, so you can re-gesso it or paint it. Another pocket here. That's the back of that other book page. These bits of paper are what I lean on to do inking and stuff, so I've just included those. Back of that doily. I just love this mat. This doily is just beautiful. It's really, really old. It's been all hand stitched. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the back of that bit of paper. And now we're on to our second signature, and you can see the doily through the middle there. So it does sit nice and flat, which is really nice. So more blue. Another old lace doily. This one's been inked. Yeah, it's been a bit battered, it's a bit broken, but that's good. This is, again, the backing paper that I use for other art. And this has got another prompt, close your eyes and draw abstract lines. They're all art prompts. Draw breath, quieten your mind, inhale, draw a line, exhale, draw another. The marks become a pattern of your breath. I really like that. I think that's lovely, especially for mindfulness and being present, you know, when you're doing art. It's beautiful roses, hopefully give you some inspiration. I love how you can look through that page. It's just greaseproof paper. There's a sticker on it. Another envelope. Now this is really vintage fabric. I bought a really old fabric doll that was actually really quite scary looking, but I love the fabric on her dress. I'd say she'd be, I don't know, maybe 1960s, 70s. But yeah, I love the fabric. So I've added it into some of the journals that I'm making, and that's another pocket in there. So yeah, it's just a repurposed envelope from the government of Western Australia. So you can use it as you will. There, I left it so that you can stick something on the top of it, glue, whatever you like. That's another piece of that lovely paper that I've leaned on to do some art. And the prompt is unity, form and movement. Write or draw all of the things you're thinking about. So that's interesting. And just remember, these are for you to be prompted. So nobody's going to see it. Just do it. Look, really look. Now that's a hard thing to do, isn't it? Sometimes we look at something and somebody else will say, did you see that? And they go, no, because we never saw it. We weren't really looking. So look at things, even if you don't understand them, keep looking. Stay longer than you want to. I find that's the case when I go to an art gallery or a museum. I sometimes really have to stand and look at a piece and think, what was the artist actually thinking when he made this? And then you can appreciate it. All right, more abstract art of my own. You can go over the top of it. There's no need to keep it as is. That's a blank page. And there's a little booklet of just plain brown paper for sketching or doodling, writing notes, whatever you like. It's all recycled, you guys. There's no digitals in here. Again with the blue. This again is a blank page for you to have a go. And it's quite thick watercolour paper, so it will take quite a beating. It's more of the abstract art that I've been doing, just mark making. Texture, scale and repetition. So I find that with that really is a lot of texture there. And I'm liking circles when I'm doing art, so that's really nice. And what I've been using is, you know, the lid off of your glue stick, except it was a small one, and I've been using that to make marks. So yeah, whatever you've got, find something, find a shape that you like and get on. Sketch your feelings. That's sometimes hard to do, but I find by just putting a pencil to the page and just not even thinking, sometimes I just close my eyes and do it. So you could do that as well, but I won't mark that page. Curiosity, there's the next prompt. Your fascination with a work of art could lead to unexpected ways of thinking about yourself. So I'm actually doing the Julia Cameron, The Artist Way at the moment, and that is definitely a thing. You know, just do something different. Even imagine that you're in a different life and just see how your art takes on different meaning. It's very good. Love that. Love daffodils, so I've added that in. More just mark making. Again, I love how that paper, you can see the roses through it. Just love that. Love roses. always so bright. I was out on a walk this morning and I found a really old house, and the roses must have been, I don't know, maybe 70 years old, and the scent was absolutely beautiful. This is more of my circles there, so I'm enjoying that. But by all means, you could gesso over the top of it and just make it your own. Drawing is Taking a Line for a Walk by Paul Klee. Don't you love that? I just think that's awesome. Balance, contrast, and colour. Just draw a line, see where it goes. And the last prompt, I think it's the last one, mindfulness. Mark making has an amazing way of bringing us into the moment. Line, shape, and movement. So I like that as well. That's the back end of that doily, lace doily that has been inked and dyed and goodness knows what. It's had a bit of a battering, but it looks great in here. Yep, and that's more of my art that I've included. And that's just a book page and another sliver of that vintage fabric and just some stamping, I don't know. And I've left a date. You can just put on it what you like. And we're back to the back. So I'll put all the details in the Etsy listing, and I'll also do the link down below to the listing. So you can go and have a look at that. And I do free postage to anywhere in the world as long as Australia Post can track the parcel. So, you know, as much as I'd like to send to Ukraine or some places in Russia, it won't allow me because Australia Post just won't guarantee the delivery. So unfortunately, I can't send there. But yeah, if you think this looks like something you like and you'd like to have your own art journal and give it a go, then pop on over to Etsy. All right, thanks for popping by. I really appreciate that. If you're not subscribed, I'd really like you to do that too. That would help me out. Okay, see ya. Bye.